Hello there, Kanokorab here, and we are standing on our captain ship in the buried ocean. Last episode we set sail, traveled through the in-between, and found our portal to the buried ocean dimension, which as you can see is an underground ocean. And we used our fleet manifest to start this ship. So now, what we're going to be working on is the expanding our fleet. We have the seafarer ship recipes, so we're going to build some ships here and kind of just expand outward and yeah, just kind of keep on what we've been doing with the general New in Town formula, but we'll also spend some time exploring this dimension as well as the others. As I mentioned, this is the only dimension that has like recipe structures that we can build, but there's still lots to explore, especially in the Primordial Desert. And the Tempest, well, there's no structures, no loot, is still really cool to go and explore and take a look at. So with that said, the first thing that we want to build, I think, is definitely the fruit ship, because apples, it's going to produce apples for us. We're going to be able to buy apples from them, and it's going to be really difficult otherwise to get large amounts of apples. To get started on that, we'll probably go to the in-between and chop down a bunch of trees, because we don't currently have any apples. We do have the wheat seeds, and we're going to need to go there and get some dirt anyway, because we do need that. I don't believe I have any leather here either, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we may take a stop back in the overworld or the nether as well, and just grab, because we have a ton of leather in the nether. So we can get a lectern, just because that'll be kind of helpful. But to start with, I think we're going to go ahead and sail on over to that floating island and that floating island, because those are some structures that spawn, that generate in the buried ocean, and they have some useful treasure going on. So let's craft a boat real quick here. We'll probably be using it a lot to explore this dimension. But it is going to be a little bit dangerous. I remember there being a trident drowned nearby, so hopefully it's not on this side of the ship and we'll be able to get there and back without too much trouble. So let's sail on over here. We're currently in a pristine sea biome. That is a... Oh, there's a trident drowned right there. Oops. Let's go hide from it on this little floater island here. So this island is floating in the ocean, and it's got these cool little buoy kind of jelly guys made of coral to kind of support it, which I think is just cute and fun. Kind of gives you some Subnautica vibes, which is really cool. Go away. Oh god. Hi there. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Run out. Okay. I think we're kind of safe in this little basin here. Ooh, I think I'm breaking some eggs. So this floater island, as I said, is actually a structure that generates, it's technically considered a bastion remnant, just because that's what we kind of have to do for, custom structures to spawn in custom dimensions. But obviously it's not a bastion remnant, it's a floater island. It's always going to spawn with a turtle here, as well as these turtle eggs, and what you may not know, it's always going to spawn with a chest right here. We do got to be careful though, it is a trapped chest, and there's some TNT underneath it, so we're going to go ahead and just break it just like that and see what we got. So it gives normal buried treasure rewards, so heart of the sea, lots of gold and iron. Diamonds, looks like we got really lucky there, and a little bit of fish and other fish. So pretty good. Iron sword, I guess. Not the worst thing in the world. So useful just to kind of get some nice raw materials. The iron and the gold are particularly useful, just because we don't have to go back and forth with the overworld quite as often, as long as we keep finding floater islands. There's plenty of other structures to explore in the buried ocean, but since these two happen to be right here, we'll just take care of them first real quick. Looks like we're bordering a sandbar right here, a little bit higher terrain. It's going to have some piles of ores. And then the deep dark sea, which is a much lower, of course, ocean, and also has some ores. If we go mining in the buried ocean, that's going to... Ooh, we'll have to remember there's a ghost ship over there. Very cool. I love the ghost ship. I just love how it turned out. I'm excited to show you guys. Oh, that's interesting. Some clay generated right here. Get rid of that. All right, was it right here? Yes. And break that chest. Awesome. Get a little bit more. Cool. Oh, that's all I wanted. Put this sand block back right there. Okay, pretty decent. Decent supply of gold and iron. Some more fish, diamonds into the heart of the sea. Very, very cool. let's go ahead and head back to our fleet. I don't think we'll do the ghost ship right now, in part because we don't have a ton of inventory space. Of course, we have our ender chest, but we're not going to worry about that too much right this second. So in the pristine sea, you can see these piles of prismarine and some sea lanterns popping out. So in the deep dark sea and the sandbar, those are generally ores. So if we do any mining in the buried ocean, that's probably going to be our primary way of doing so, just because while ores can spawn in the ceiling and underneath the ocean, they're not very plentiful. I specifically have it so they don't generate in the blackstone. They only generate in these little strips of normal overworld stone. So it can be a little bit harder to find. They're much more rare. That does change slightly in the 1.17 version, so if anybody has that, if you're watching and you're one of our beta testers already, or if you want to get involved with the beta testing, that is a good way to get better ores or ores more differently in the buried ocean. So let's put these away. The Heart of the Seas we'll put away. TNT and trap chests we'll probably just use as normal chests every so often. Okay, so with that said, like I said, we need, we'll probably go get some, well, we may get leather, we'll see. We're doing okay right now, but we need some apples from the in-between, we're going to need some dirt. We're also going to make a stop at the Primordial Desert and get some cacti, because we need green, green dye, so we can get some green wool. And then we'll also need some red wool, or red dye, so we'll chop down some flowers while we're in there as well. So, with that said, let's head back to our portal. Is our boat on this side of the... It is on this side. Sweet. So we'll head back to our portal. Back over here. At some point we'll explore the Mystic Forest. As you can see, there's quite a lot of Endermen here. It's kind of like the Warped Forest, or Mystic Roughs, I should say. Kind of like the Warped Forest, a little more difficult to traverse, but full of Endermen, and actually really funnily, Endermites. In 1.16, there's a strange bug where the Endermen won't attack Endermites that generate, or that spawn naturally, only if they're spawned by the player. But in the 1.17 versions, they'll actually fight each other, so they're kind of always angry and always fighting the Endermites that keep spawning, which I think is really fun, really cool interaction there. Just kind of breathes more life into the Mystic Roughs, and the Mystic Shelf biome, I should say, that technically surrounds it. So let's grab a couple of these red flowers. I'm not sure exactly how many we already have, but we'll probably need a couple more regardless. And then we'll shear our sheep as well that we have up here. Hopefully the baby has grown up, though I'm sure it hasn't been 20 minutes yet. Let's see, where's our little enclosure? Here it is. So the baby hasn't grown up yet, but we are going to... I did already have some. So instead of, what I know to do, instead of dyeing the wool as I get it, it's just much less expensive to dye the sheep and shear the wool off of them. So we'll go ahead and collect some red wool from here while we're here. Of course, it's going to take a little while for them to regrow the wool, so we'll just hop back and leave for a bit. We'll come back and spend some more time with them after we get some cacti, some green wool from the Primordial Desert. And we'll get some sand on the way back, I think. For now, let's follow our trail of torches back to the portal to the Primordial Desert. Hopefully it's not nighttime. In the in between, it is a constant dawn, dusk kind of lighting, so the sun is kind of fixed in the sky. We're not able to tell what time it is. And in the in-between, if we had obviously this isn't ceiling, but if we had a clock, we would not be able to tell what time it is because it would be eternally midnight. And it is nighttime, which is less than ideal. But, oh, let's take care of this, Hoglin. Okay. And goodbye, thank you. So let's chop this cacti here. We'll get a couple, I think. Maybe a little bit of sand so we can grow some. Oh, looks like it is morning. That's kind of nice. If I recall, there aren't any structures super nearby, right? Or maybe there was... No, I'm thinking of something else. No structures super nearby. I'm sure we'll be able to find some if we go over that hill or something like that. But we're not going to worry about it right this second. As I said, I think once we get our fruit ship and our weaver ship, then we'll probably do a warship next. Because then we can get a solid supply of gunpowder so we can actually get back to exploring the Primordial Desert with Elytra. Flying over it's definitely going to be much more entertaining and much faster than trying to walk over the barren landscape, which just isn't very fun. Alrighty, we'll also set up some kind of base-off operations there when we do that. Bring some chests and such in that direction. So we've got 6 there. We'll get a little bit more from around here. We will need to go back to the Buried Ocean and cook up this cacti so we can get the green wool. Let's do some of this right here. Okay, that's more than enough, but that's perfect because we're probably going to want to expand our bamboo farm as well. We don't need a ton of bamboo, but we do need some. And even though it grows... How did you turn... What? How did you turn white? I'm confused. You were definitely red. How did you do it? Did you eat it like a flower? I don't get it. Well, I guess we'll just kind of re-dye you for now. There you go. Oh, are you the... Ah, that was the baby. Now I'm caught up. Now I'm caught up. Well, all the better. I think then we'll get the red wool just a little bit faster. We need 8 of it and only 4 of the green wool. So, let's put this flower back for one. And you know what? I think I'll grow the cacti out here. Except that's not going to work. We need this one right here. And then here, we'll do that. And that. Cool. So we'll let those grow just a little bit. And then we'll break the 2 that we need. Well, I suppose should just need, yeah, 2, as I said. Oh, come here. Thank you. So we'll cook those up, and then we'll return here and dye the sheep. Oh, come here. I need that. Since I'm right here, I'll go ahead and they regrew pretty quickly. Being a little stingy with their wool, usually lots of 1s and 2s. And that's perfect. We have our 8 wool, so I'll go ahead and just bring that with me. And then, oh, you know what I'll do as well? Let's, oh, no. Let's breed those 2. There we go. Get our XP. Okay, now, I think I've said it enough times. Let's go cook the cacti at our fleet. So we'll pop down here. Ooh, careful. I think there's a ledge right there, but that would still hurt a lot, and I don't want to risk trying to overcorrect and end up falling in the void. You know what? Come here. Come here, wool. Thank you. Oh, gosh, what is that? Oh, that's what it is. Yee, trident wielder. Okay. Serpentine. Okay. The knockback is kind of making this slightly difficult. Oh, there's another one over there. Hopefully he doesn't see me. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Please die. Thank you. Oh, man. Tridents deal so much damage. We have pretty good armor, so we should generally be okay as long as we're keeping an eye on it. But oh my gosh, Strandar, so scary. Okay, so let's put that back. We only need 12 dirt, but I'll expand the... Oh, we got some leather, cool. Oh, that's right, we don't need to go to the nether. We can just kill some hoglins when we need to. So we need... There we go. Let's chop down some of this bamboo and get it growing a little bit more efficiently. Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll start cooking this cacti. We just need the 2, because that's all we have. And let's go down here and put this extra wool away. We don't have any apples right now, right? We could use that apple, of course, but what's 1 apple? We need 4. So we'll need to chop down some trees in the in-between, probably while we're getting the rest of our wool from the sheep. But let's start putting things where they will end up going. So where did I put the prepared ship holes? Right there. We'll need, I don't remember how many wheat seeds. Is it 12? So wheat seeds, we will need, we need 8 wheat seeds. We'll need an iron hoe, 12 dirt, as I said, and then the 8 red wool. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Get the iron for an iron hoe. Oh, that's an interesting way to make an iron hoe, but technically works. We'll grab that. And then I think that should be everything that we already have. I think I want the fruit ship over here, or maybe closer to the portal would make sense. It's probably a good call. I don't want to hit that waterfall there, so let's come over here. So the red wool goes here, prepared ship hull, we've got that, and then the dirt goes down here, iron hose right there. So then the 4 apples will go here, and the 4 green wool will go right there for our sails. So let's hop back over to the portal. Ooh, please, thank you. Oh no, we don't want to do that yet. Hello, drowned. Because we need the green dye, which should be done cooking by now. Yes, very easily. All right, and yep, there's some drowns sitting in our boat, so we gotta kill them. This is always a fun part. Coming down like, oh, you're in my boat. Could you not? Okay, we do need to take care of that skeleton, though. Oh. Is he dead? Oh, nope, he's not. Hi there. Probably should light this up, I suppose. There we go. Okay. I'm clicking my tongue a lot. I hope that's not bothersome for you. I'll try to stop here. Okay. So we'll pop up here, dye our sheep green, and grab some of that wool, and then we'll start chopping some trees and hopefully get some apples pretty quickly. Once we have our fruit ship, we basically won't have to do that anymore. We'll get 2 apples a day, and we can also purchase them from the fruit tender, which will be probably what we do for the most part because it's much more convenient than waiting around. But the extra apples every day will add up. They'll help some. Oh, there's our 4 wool, so we're good there. Let's see. We're going to end up needing light gray wool for sure. So maybe I'll do 2 of this. And we're also going to need brown wool. That's one thing I did forget. We are going to have to go get some cocoa beans from the overworld. Oh, you're not. Can I? Yep, we'll do you real quick. So I'll start collecting that. We are going to need cocoa beans because we need brown wool for the weaver ship. So maybe I'll chop trees while we're on our way back to the overworld. Grab those cocoa beans, and we'll go ahead and just grab the leather too while we're going to be nearby. All of the trees in between are fancy trees, so that means it's going to be just a little bit more effort to chop them down. But we'll try to find the ones that, you know, they're not too big, don't have too many branches, and are going to decay after we chop them. So this looks like a good one. And then that'll help that one that we just did decay faster. And it's not connected to that one. Perfect. So we'll, by chance, we'll also get a bunch of logs too, kind of an incidental resource there. I would like for that to break. Maybe we'll just, that's not really going to do, that's not going to be easy. I suppose I can do that. Don't want to start too big of a fire. Oh, please don't. Okay, well, well, that happened. Is that going to be fast enough? Yeah. Cool, okay. So we'll have to wait around. I guess we'll let that burn. Maybe I'll chop down some logs while it's going so that maybe we can stop it before it, decays too much and we lose any chance of apples from these trees. Oh, ow. Not ow, but we're falling. Depending on how, like, boring this is and how long this takes, we may speed through this part. I don't want to bore you guys too much with just waiting around for trees to decay and burn, apparently. This one is really going. Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna get any apples from that one. Any from here? Don't see any. Oh, there's one. Cool, cool. Oh boy. Yep, that is a significant fire. Was that an apple that just dropped? No? Yeah, that may have been a bad idea on my part. Well, at least it's not going to burn down anymore. I can get that, okay. And this one. Can I reach that one? No, okay. Yeah, probably not the best idea. Let's see, so that's where we came from. Let's go this way. And try to find some little safer trees and not burn them down. This looks like a good one. Break through here. Did we find out if the fortune was helping? I feel like it wasn't, but at least it's faster. Oh, it is. Okay. Wow. Nice. Should have been doing that the whole time. Very cool. I think, yeah, we got 4 apples. So that's all we needed. So let's go to the overworld to get some cocoa beans. I don't remember if we grabbed them when we did the floating island. Certainly, I'm sure we didn't grab all of them, but if we didn't grab any, then we'll have to head up there and do that. If we did, which I think we did, then hopefully we grab jungle logs too, and then we can just bring all of that over this way, and we'll have a small supply of cocoa beans and therefore brown dye. That's the reason we need it. I don't remember if I mentioned that. We'll need brown dye for brown wool, and cocoa beans are the primary way of getting that. So let's get this way. Thankfully, now that we have our markers a little better placed, it's not too difficult to trip. I still would like a good supply of gunpowder so we can travel by elytra for the most part, but we're doing okay for the moment. That was light gray, good. We will need dark gray too, I think, at some point. I think the brigantine uses it. But for the moment, light gray we're definitely going to need for the weaver ship as well. And I think for the carpenter ship might need brown wool. And that's also something I'd like to do sooner than later, depending on our luck with pirate spawns. So let's pop on over here. We do have the diamond axe. The reason being that we need stripped logs to get prepared ship hulls. And we get, of course, a plenty supply of normal logs, but then we have to strip them. We have a diamond axe, so it's not too terrible a process, but the carpenter will automatically strip them for us with a little bit of loss, but it'll just be a lot faster of a process, just a lot more convenient overall. So let's go to sleep. We can't use a bed in the buried ocean. Obviously, there's no day-night cycle anyway. Even though it is night, I believe it would explode, if I recall. Primordial Desert, similarly, it wouldn't explode, but we wouldn't be able to use it. I think that's just a bug with how time works with the overworld versus, you know, other dimensions. With that said, we need, what did I say? Cocoa beans? Did I not get any? It doesn't look like I did. I'll take some of these sticks, though. I will take this leather, because we happen to have it. And is there anything else here that I actually need? I don't think so. Did I get jungle logs either? It doesn't look like I did. So, let's go to the floating island once more. Ooh, and not have this creeper explode in our town. Ooh. Ooh, I almost missed that one. Okay. Die. Okay. Whew. Whew. Alright, up to the floating island. Grab the cocoa beans and jungle logs, and then we will return to the buried ocean. I don't think there was anything else we needed here. Now that we have the leather, we can make a lectern, and that'll just make things more convenient for building more ships. I might check and make sure, since we now have the recipe book, I can check and see what we'll end up needing in the long run. But I think we'll be okay. We have, you know what, maybe we'll need dark oak logs. That'll be something to bring along with us, or at least dark oak saplings, which we do already have. And that way we don't have to go and chop some down. The less amount of time we have to spend in the overworld, I feel like the more entertaining it's going to be. It's been a long time since we've been up here. Episode 5, I believe it was. So let's chop down these jungle logs here. Get those cocoa beans. And that should be more than enough. Perfect. Let's go back home. Ooh, fall. Okay. Controlled falling. There we go. And then, yes, on our way back, so what needs dark oak logs? So we have a carpentership, cartography. I think we'll bring some lapis with us for the blue dye. Although I think there's blue flowers in the in-between. But regardless, we can get all of that livestock. We have everything we need for that for the most part. We'll get the grass blocks with a silk touch. Chemistry ship. Oh, we'll bring some nether wart. Oh no, I brought nether wart. That's right. We're fine there. Mushrooms we will be able to take care of easily enough in the in-between. Warship does not need dark oak. Brigantine does. But, oh, we have plenty. Okay. We're fine. And then acacia we can get from the buried ocean dimension as well. So, yeah, we should be good. We'll just go ahead and pop on back into the in-between. Hopefully, we won't have to come back here for a good long while. Maybe I will just grab these nether warts just to make sure I have a solid supply. I know we already have more than we need, but this way then we can also utilize them to brew with. Alrighty, do some of this. Ooh. Come here. Did I get it? Okay. And then do that one. Here. Okay, cool. Alrighty, back through the portal to the in-between. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead. I think we're just going to grow these in the in-between as well. Not there. Move that over. There we go. And I think I have some bones on me, so I'll go ahead and grow a couple right here. There we go. I don't think Fortune gives any. I think they always give 3. But I still like to do that. So, let's turn these 3 into dye and dye a couple of these sheep. I think we'll have plenty of light gray wool. So I don't feel bad changing that one. I think we will need a little bit more brown, and I'll go ahead and grab more green. We're gonna need it eventually. Alrighty. I think we're okay for now. Let's go ahead and we'll grab that, and let's go ahead and head back into the buried ocean and kind of see where we are. We should have everything we need for the Weaver, or for the fruit ship. So then we'll take a look at that and then work on the Weaver ship. Hopefully we can do both this episode. If not, ooh, that was close. Then we'll take care of the Weaver ship next episode. And then maybe we'll do some exploring of the buried ocean, see what else we can find. Okay, here's my boat. Hello. Get out of my way. Okay, I do want to unload my inventory real quick before we finish that. Well, maybe I'll go ahead and pop everything in there first. So, oh, that's not the right one. Didn't I do it over? Ah, it was right here. And then 1, 2, put that right there. So yes, before we finish that, let's go ahead and clean our inventory just a bit. We'll put these here, all the wools. I'll keep that on me. Got items right here. Oh, I should have kept the flowers. Whatever. Kept the flowers in the in-between. And then, oh, the white wool actually goes down below deck in the hopper. Obviously, we're not getting any right now, but I do like to have it kind of centralized. Even though it's just a little bit out of the way on the ship, just because it's so large. Okay, so let us build the... Ooh. So pirates have appeared to attack our fleet. They're both in the water. There's not a whole lot we can do about that, but it looks like we've got... I think that's a swashbuckler. Looks like 2 swashbucklers. So let's take care of them. Thankfully, nice and easy where they are. This does have infinity, which is nice, but it is going to break soon. Okay. There it is. So, let's go get their drops. Conveniently, the pirates all drop wool and stripped logs. So that's just less logs that we have to worry about stripping ourselves. And they also have a chance to drop a little bit of gold. Not a whole bunch. But just makes sense for pirates, you know. They just boarded a ship, or came from a ship is the idea. So they're dropping pieces for you to build your own ship, or build a new ship hull. So since they did that, of course, since we got 2 swashbucklers, we didn't get a captain to attack us, which is good because they're powerful. But it also means that we didn't have a chance to, there was no opportunity to potentially get a free prepared ship hull, which captains have a chance of dropping. So we will have to make our own. Let's take a look now. Let's actually, before I do that, I do have some extra dirt here, I think. Did I leave it in the in-between? What did I do with it? Oh, I used it. That's right. So let's go to the in-between and get a little bit of extra dirt, because I want some reeds to start growing, some sugarcane. Alrighty, hop back over this way. Super duper convenient now. Way to get back to the portal. Probably should have taken the boat, because that's what we're going to do to get back to the ladder, but that's okay. We do need to chop down some more brown wool, I do believe. Oh no, we're actually okay, and good on light gray wool as well. But I do need dirt, so let's come on over back up here and dig up a little bit of dirt. So I can get some reeds growing, some sugar cane. I keep calling them reeds, I'm sure you've noticed. way back in alpha, of course, things didn't really have proper names, or didn't have like tooltips. So things that weren't specifically named, we kind of came up with our own names. And reeds was what we called sugarcane before it became sugarcane. Some people called it bamboo, and some people called it papyrus, since it is used for paper. But I always called them reeds, and it's a hard habit to break even now, having been called sugarcane for so long. And they are, of course, used to make sugar. But I just call them reeds. I don't know. So I think I'm going to have my reed farm down here. It's actually going to look a little funny, but I think it's going to be a little more convenient, more interesting. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that was a scary noise. My gosh. Someone's having a bad day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll just do like that. And that should give enough for them to grow 3 high. Beautiful. The nice thing about sugarcane is that they grow in any light level. They can even grow if there's a ceiling right above them, as long as they're next to water, which is super convenient. Let's go ahead and just do that. Since those are wood, we can't use them for anything. Put the extra dirt in there and that in there. So we can't make our lectern right this second. But let's take a look at what we need for the weaver ship. So 8 light gray wool, 8 brown wool. We should already have that. We'll need the 8 scaffolding. That's what the bamboo is for. 2 looms, which we should be able to build pretty easily. So let's grab the 8 of this and the 8 of that. We do need just a good amount more of the stripped logs. Ooh, what did I do? I have more on. So let's do that. And this. Okay, bring that down. So we'll strip the 49 extra logs that we need, and then we will need more white wool, so we'll have to go back to the in-between and shear just a few more sheep. And then we'll buy the apples that we need from the fruit tender. So let's go ahead real quick. We'll go below deck, I think, and strip these logs. Ooh! I don't know why I did that. Strip these logs here. So the easiest way, kind of how we did the sponges way back when, we're just gonna do this. All right. That didn't take very long, and as you can see, of course, we were in an enclosed space. Last time, when we did the sponges, I believe we lost one because it just flew off somewhere. But we have all 64 stripped oak logs that we need. We don't have all the wool that we need, so we will have to shear some more sheep to get that, to get our prepared ship hull from our first mate. But let's go ahead and get everything else prepared, and then we'll spend next episode, I think, doing that, and then building the weaver ship, and then doing something else. So we need the 8 scaffolding and the looms. I believe we'll have enough bamboo here. We may have to wait just a little bit longer for the rest. Okay, get these. Good, good. And then that. Alrighty, I think that is good. Yes, because it's only 12. And then we'll need the string, which I believe I brought. Oh, did I not bring any string? The one thing I didn't think of. Well, I don't want to go back to the overworld right now. So I think that will wait till next episode as well. We'll have to go back to the overworld and get some string. We could go searching for a biome that has spiders. The crawling caverns might actually not be very far, so maybe we'll try that first. We'll do some exploring next episode. Try and find the crawling caverns and get some string that way. And then otherwise, we'll just go to the overworld. So what do we need else? The scaffolding, the looms, that's basically all we need. We'll get the 6 apples. Yeah, so most everything else, I think we're going to wait till next episode. We have a lot of what we need, but we still need the rest of our wool, which we'll get in the in-between, as well as some string, which hopefully we'll be able to get from the crawling caverns biome here in the buried ocean, if we can find it. If we're close to a Mystic Roughs, then I think that means we're generally close to a crawling cavern, so we shall see. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the New in Town Let's Play. If you did, please remember to leave a like and share with your friends. And also remember to subscribe so you can keep an eye on when the next episode comes out, as we continue to build our fleet with the Weaver ship and explore the buried ocean. You can also remember to get involved with our Discord community. As I keep saying, we do have beta testing available for the 1.17 compatible version of the New in Town Dimensions pre-release. So you can join the Discord Discord community to learn how to get involved with that. You can also follow me on Twitter, and if you feel like supporting me on Patreon, I would greatly appreciate it. With that said, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.